and greetings from Finland. It's Riku here and nice to see you there. It's April finally and it's at least outside sunny finally, and I'm here inside to answer some questions because it's called You Ask, Riku Answers. So let's see how it goes. Here we go. Question: will we someday also see a video of you playing tennis? Would be interesting to see. I bet it would be interesting because it would be interesting for me to see it as well. I think I've never seen it properly, and I haven't played tennis since mid-January because I injured my leg and my wrist. So but will we someday see video? I don't know. Might take years, but yeah. But tennis is a great sport. Try it someday. Perhaps you will like it. Oh, padel. That's nice too. Thanks. Question: will you go on tour someday after this whole corona scheisse, of course? I don't know about touring. Let's see. I don't know how the world looks in the future, but I would definitely like to play some gigs at least. But hopefully, let's see. Thanks for the question. Question: how do you organize your days during these times? Do you have a normal time schedule or do you do what feels the best that day? Well, I wake up in the morning. I mean in the morning, in the like early, not too early, but like the decent people do. Then I eat a good breakfast and then I go. At least last year I went playing a lot of racket sports like tennis, padel, badminton. Or then I went jogging, or not jogging, perhaps maybe more walking. Then I came back home and started playing the guitar or some other instrument, and then just rehearsed or tried to make some music. Or then I had some studios booked as well. But usually the days have been pretty much the same, like a groundhog day the last year. So I guess that's the normal daily routine. Question: where would you like to play a solo show, whether it's a big or small stage? Could be anywhere. That's a really good question. I think the answer is same as the question. I'd like to play a solo show, whether it's a big or small stage, and it could be anywhere. So I wouldn't mind. Yeah, maybe someday. But thanks for asking. Question: when did your first public gig in front of an audience take place? Well, I think it was on the 9th grade, because we had this. I joined the school band, and there was this. I had just actually started playing guitar, and there was this around the world theme concert, and we had the first show in Hanko in Western Finland, and it was really exciting. Still, like, having gigs is really exciting, but yeah, I think it was on the 9th grade, so I was 15, perhaps. 15. Question: do you have some significant tips for beginners on the guitar? what helped you to learn? Mm, what comes first in my mind is that I didn't know anything when I started, but the one thing that kept me doing and trying and banging the head on the wall and still is the thing that I really like it. Um, so maybe that's not an advice, but maybe it's not a wisdom either, but it's kind of a, you either you like it so much that you have a need to play it all the time, and then you gradually you learn something. But nowadays, especially like YouTube, or there's so much content, good and bad, but so much good content and tutorials whatsoever that it's a good source. But of course, like a personal teacher uh, would be good at some point, perhaps. But for me, what helped me was that I really liked it and kind of just did it. Still, I do it quite often, at least every day, a lot. Keep up the good work. Question: was there a moment where it struck you that you wanted to become a professional musician, or was the feeling always there? Interesting question. Hard to answer because I don't actually know. There wasn't a moment. Somehow it gradually, I perhaps realized that I'm on the path that I can't, I don't want to turn back, but or maybe somehow the feeling was there inside somewhere, hiding. But I was pretty kind of late, started playing like properly. So maybe there wasn't a moment. I don't know if the feeling was there, but yeah, it somehow it happened. Things happen, and shit happens as well sometimes. But yeah. Good question. Thanks. Question: have you got pets? And if the answer is yes, which pets are these? Unfortunately, the answer is no, so there are no pets. But luckily, I have this kind of a loner, a dog from my mother, like a lovely boy named Sulo, a Bichon Frise, if you know the dog brand. He's great. Question: you traveled a lot during the years with Sunrise Avenue. Is there a city or venue that holds a special place in your heart, and why? Yes, there was a lot of traveling, which was nice. A lot of great places, cities, towns, smaller villages, and lots of great big and small venues. I think I remember most of them still pretty well. But I don't know if there's any special places. There's so many good places that I can't name one. I know it's a boring answer, but there's so many like great legendary venues from Helsinki venues to Festhalle in Frankfurt or Hallenstadion in Zurich or Hamburg, Uber und Gefährlich or the place near Reeperbahn, the legendary, what was the place? Now that I said that I remember, I don't remember that. So many great places, and like Vienna, there was this small punk club called Flex. That was really cool as well. Like so many different places. Of course, like to extension to that, there's so many good festivals as well, especially in the Central Europe. Amazing places. But I can't name a special city or venue. It's too hard. I'm sorry. But yeah, good question. But good memories came to my mind. Wrong. Question. As a Finn, what would you strongly recommend what a non-Finn must have seen during her very first stay in Helsinki and the surrounding area? Except, of course, a gig from you. Thanks. As a Finn, perhaps I would recommend coming to Helsinki in the end of summer, like in August, when it's still warm as it can be in Finland, in Helsinki, and it's dark. So I think the city looks pretty in August, late August, and especially in Helsinki. If the world would be normal, there would be this kind of a festival weeks in the end of August. That's a really good time to come to Finland, especially in Helsinki. But otherwise, summer, maybe summer in the capital area especially is better than the winter. But if you want to come for the first time in the winter time, then I would highly recommend to travel to the northern parts, to Lapland, because then it's like real winter there, like every year. This year was winter here in Helsinki as well. But yeah, maybe the Helsinki area in late August when it's warm but a bit darker, really nice mood. I like it. Welcome. Question: what do you think about when fans from Austria, Switzerland and Germany are traveling to Helsinki to see you, with capital letters, to see you on stage? Well, first of all, I try not to think about it that much at all. Of course, it makes me really grateful and humble, as cheesy as it sounds, but it's still true. That people are coming from abroad to somewhere in Finland to see me on stage doing something live thing. It's overwhelming and exciting, but I guess I like it because I still do do live things. But anyways, everybody is welcome from wherever country. I don't mind, but you're all welcome. See you. Question: as we all know that he owns many guitars, but which is his favorite? Oh gosh, too hard question. I try to like change the ones I play every now and then, that it makes it that nobody of the guitars gets like jealous for the others. So I can't answer. Many of the Fender, like the Stratocasters are really kind of sort of go-to, but also these Telecasters are really nice guitars. And then I have a bunch of really good quality Gibson guitars, which I really like. And there's also here somewhere really near me also them, but there's not one favorite guitar. It depends on the day. But yeah, boring answer again, but I try my best. I hope you're satisfied with the question, or with the answer. Sorry. Thanks. Again, a question about the guitar, which is good subject. Your first guitar. My first guitar, actually my first guitar was a nylon string Landola, a Finnish brand which does not exist anymore. But my first electric guitar was a brand called Broadway. I don't know if that exists anymore. I don't have the guitar, unfortunately, but it was a Stratocaster type, like a copy, some Japanese copy of a Fender Stratocaster. But then I went to the guitar store with that Broadway guitar and came back with a Fender guitar, which was like a black Stratocaster as well. So those were the first ones. But first guitar was nylon string Landola. Maybe I don't recommend that for anybody, but maybe it's easier with the electric guitar in a way to start, because the neck is thinner and it's might be easier to play. But nowadays actually there is really nice these guitaleles, which are smaller guitars, or like a smaller size nylon string guitars. Those are really good as well. Question. These are nice questions and easier. Do you like licorice and licorice ice? I mean ice cream, I guess. Yes, I do like licorice, and I like licorice ice cream. I like a lot of things what comes to licorice. Yeah. Question. What kind of breakfast do you prefer, and how do you drink your coffee? It's a good question for, it could be that actually it's the last question, so it's lunch time and coffee time. I'm so easygoing with the food things and drinks, so I don't have any special things, but usually I tend to do a couple of slices of dark rye bread and toast them, and maybe have some cheese on top of them, and then some yogurt with fresh or frozen berries, and then the coffee. I usually drink my coffee black, but anything goes. So it's coffee time. But actually it's time to say also bye, and we'll perhaps meet again. There were so many questions. Thanks for them. And there'll be more answers, I guess, in the near future. But there'll be also some more music in the end of this April. On the 30th of April, there might be a music video as well. We'll see about that. But stay tuned, stay healthy, and take care of yourselves. And see you soon somewhere. Bye bye. Bye.